Everyone can't make up the same kind of story. Like, you know, there's the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. So, can I tell you, that's been my hardest part when it comes to the Michael Jackson case. That it's like, okay, now here you come later, and you've already said before that he didn't touch you. So I'm going to tell you that that one I'm having a hard time with.
That's been the backlash you've seen on social media. A lot of people saying it's not fair.
Difficult for me.
And I can explain that. Let me just say too, on the documentary, a lot of people that have pushed back have said they didn't talk to any of Michael's families, none of his friends,
and his family
and it's a one-sided
too.
Documentary. So that's been a lot of the pushback as well, is that he's dead, so he doesn't get to defend himself. Nor are we hearing from other people that tell a very different story of Michael Jackson.
And there's like no video or footage. Yes,
fundamental.
That's the difference between Michael Jackson and R. Kelly.
Our fundamental principle of law, of which we all are entitled to, is the presumption of innocence.
Right.
Until a jury convicts, the person's presumed innocent.
Yeah, and I think that this is why people are so upset. And I mean, these victims are getting death threats, right, about coming forward. But I will say that sometimes individuals who are groomed at a young age and who have been through sexual trauma, they don't know that as sexual trauma until they're older and they start to process that information. Because if this happened, it all came with lots of great things too. They had happy memories with this person. This person helped their family through big times of trouble. And so you start to put that all in one category of positivity. And it's not really until sometimes for people to go to therapy or to have children of their own that they start to process these memories again and they think, wow, actually that wasn't right. And so whether that happened in this case or not, we don't know for sure, but this is something that can happen. And that's why sometimes we see the delayed reporting because there's a little bit of a Stockholm syndrome going on here, where you kind of develop a love for the person that has abused you.
Absolutely.
But we saw that with Bill Cosby too. That's why it took so long for people to be able to accept that he was involved in that conduct, because he was America's dad.
Oh, absolutely,
and everybody loved him, and that was the image of him as Dr. Huxtable. It wasn't Bill Cosby the man, it was the image of Bill Cosby,
and of course,
which we saw on that very popular show.
And there were people who supported him too.
I mean, I worked with Mr. Cosby before, and when I worked with him, he was an absolute gentleman, and it took me a very long time to even open my eyes or want to see it, because I just didn't have that experience with him. And he was very nice, but victim after victim after victim after victim. You know, everyone can't make up the same kind of story. Like, you know, there's the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.